Hey guys, Crystal here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 3 of my first DIY series of me doing the dupe for the Fendi Needlepoint bag. If that's something that you're interested in, just keep watching. Before I sew it together, I noticed that she finished the edges. I did hear back from the dupe diary. Her name is Heather. And she said that she did hers after she put the bag together, but she said either way. So I'm going to go ahead and try to finish the ends first, and then I'm going to put the bag together. So for my sewing machine, I got an older one. It's like it's CE5500PRW. It's like an old Project Runway. It's just marketing. But I do like Brother sewing machines. So I tried to match her stitches, but and I did reach out to her, and she did reach out back to me. She put her back together and then did the finishing. When I say finishing, I mean like oh, you can't see. She interlocked the edges, and I asked her which was, what did she recommend. She said she put her bag together and then did it, but she said I could do it either way. So I interlocked the edges. So what I did was I'm on a 4, and my stitch width is 2, and it's a 0.4. On hers was a 0.4, stitch width was 5. And that's because she was putting it together. So she was kind of interlocking as she went, but again, we'll get to that. But I have done 2 pieces already. I just wanted to show you. So all I did was kind of close these. Oh, which way? I kind of close these. I don't know if you can tell. And I will say, as best you can, make sure that you cut appropriately. I really wasn't paying attention. So some of it is like not even, but that's not a big deal. And because of the parts are uneven, when I sewed it, some of the items were coming apart. Anyways, that's here nor there. But this, I did the interlocking on this. I did it on the big one. And now I'm going to do the bottom. I'm going to interlock the bottom, and then we're going to sew the bag together. So let me get to it. Here. Okay, and that's it. We did the edges. Now we're gonna cut the strings. Okay, we're back. And again, if you found me, this is where I am. This is step 3. Again, this is from the dupe diary. This is just my notes on her reel. So let's move that out the way. So now what we have, I have finished all of my sides. And so what does that mean? So because this is like a weave type of fabric, I finished the ends so they won't fray. And now I'm going to put them together, or at least to slow them down from fraying. So this is this big piece here is the back panel and top. So it's 14 inches here and 11 inches here. So I'm trying to figure out what side I want to be the flap. And I think I'm gonna choose this because this one looks like it's in the best shape compared to this one. So this will be here. So let me see if I can. Okay. So this will be the flap. And these are the sides. Yeah, the sides are... Anyways, it's what it is. So first things first is we're going to begin to pin the bag together so that we can sew it. Now, if you're an old school person like me, you can definitely use pins. But I bought these and I'm gonna just try them. The new sewing people, they're, at least from what I could tell, they're using these type of things. So we're gonna pin and see how. I guess the clamps are easier. The clamps are definitely easier, and I got these clamps on Amazon, in case anybody was wondering. So like, how do I do these sides? I might find a pin maybe be easier, but anyways, we're gonna see what this looks like. So here's the thing. You have to make sure that they... Alright, so what I'm going to do... You have to make sure you have enough all the way around. So what I'm going to do is start with the sides. And then start with the sides. Alright, so let me put one here. Just to hold it in place. And then what we're going to do... We have to make sure that there's enough for everybody. So I'm going to clamp here and then come down the side. And let's do this side. Pins. You see how we don't have enough for this corner? It's a little short. So we're going to pull a little more. And then we're going to pull a little further down just to give it... I don't know if these pins are going to work. I might have to just go old school with it. I feel like this is too much. Hold it. Sometimes you're just going to have to use your pins. The clamps are cute, but Why is it not long? Is it not long enough? I'm gonna make it work. Not that much. Here's my. Okay, so I figured out what was the problem. So I'm off by 1/2 inch. I followed the instructions. Maybe I misunderstood. Her pattern said 23.5 inch. It actually needs to be 24 inch. So I've already cut this out. So I'm gonna have to just sew these together. And just do some patchwork. That's all I can do at this point. But I'm gonna have to go back. This should be 24 inch. Where's my pencil? This should be 24 inch, not 23.5 inch, because you're gonna run out. It's not gonna be enough to cover the whole bag. So let me do that really quickly. I'm gonna go do the edges around. Then I'm going to sew this on, and then we're gonna sew the bag. Okay, so I've already finished these edges, and I'm going to sew these together, and then I'm going to come back, and then we're going to move on with our bag. Okay, so I added the additional flap because my pattern was off by 1/2 inch. So I added 1/8 and did 1/2 inch of seam allowance. But here's the problem, guys. Now this needs to be the outside of the bag, and how I have it, it won't. So I'm gonna have to flip this around after I did all that work. It's okay. Learning is half the battle. So we're gonna take all these out and we're gonna do it again. So this needs to be on the inside, because this is going to be the outside of the bag, if that makes sense. So we're almost there. We're almost there. That's the back of the bag. Now we're going to add this, which should fit perfectly. Be quick about it, because I think my camera's about to die. All right, and here we go. Now we're done. Our basket, our purse has been pinned. That's what it's gonna look like. So we're gonna sew all the way around, all the way around here, and then all the way around here, and then we're gonna turn it inside out, and we're gonna be done. Okay. So I have mine on number 7 again. I have 5. And we're just gonna go and see. And we're off. Let's go. And you don't need to go fast. You want to make sure you're holding your canvas so it doesn't move. So now we're about to do a corner, which is going to be tricky. So you lift the foot. All right, let's do, so this is what we're looking like. No, you can't see. This is what we're looking like. And we'll cut the strings in the end. All right, let's do this other side really quickly before my phone dies. That is it. Okay. Now we're gonna, so it's all sewn together, and now we're gonna turn it inside out and cut the threads. Okay, I have sewn the bag together, and now I'm gonna cut all these threads. All right, moment of truth. Let's turn her inside out. Let's see what we get. I could have done better on that side. But anyways. Turn that. So that is the bag. That is the bag. This is the bottom. The per the thing, it's supposed to be 2 inches, and it is 2 inches. Oops, sorry. It's a little bit bigger than 2 inches, but not bad for first go. As you guys know, I had to add on an extra piece here because it should have been 24, not 23. That's it. My bag is ready to be to needlepoint. I don't know if you're allowed to iron this, so I don't know what heat looks like, but I like to sew my or press my seams. But yeah, that is my version of the needlepoint bag, and now I just have to learn how to needlepoint. Oh, let me see. Here's the back. Here's the side. Sorry, my corners weren't perfect. So the reason why my corners look like this is because I probably should have just sewn it and then fastened it at the end. I tried to do it all at once because I was trying to be quick, but I like it. And this was fun. Thank you, Dupe Diary, for showing us the way. Now I just have to learn how to needlepoint. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.